Bam, we're live. Maybe. See where Germ's at. Jeremy should be here any moment. So we get rid of these fucking pop-ups. All by myself. What up, Megatron? KDL is in the house as well. We got a good show today. I'm excited for the fights. I gotta say, it's gonna be a pretty good card. I would have been. Yeah, you don't want to hear me sing. Trust me, it is not good. Jerm can sing though. He's black. There he is. There he is.
Hey, dude. Hi, audience.
I can't hear you, buddy.
Can you hear me?
I don't know if it's me or you.
Why can't I hear you? Audience, can you hear me by chance?
Okay, I got you now. I think it was me.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Look how prepared we were.
Can you hear me now?
Say something.
Hello. Can you hear me, Jeremy? For fuck's sake, Jeremy.
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Woo! I'm at the gym right now. I just did a,
you think that's going to be good Wi-Fi for the show?
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. I just did a workout and then got in a intimate conversation with a member, and you know, drama and all the things. So my apologies. We're here. We're ready to do the darn thing. Hold on. We need.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking.
Rip it,
tea, baby. Rip it, dude. Oh my god, I'd love to have a rip it right now. Are you kidding me? That'd be awesome. I haven't had one of those in years, man. That would send me into a tizzy. What's up, guys? Who's all here? The gang is all here.
The gang is all here.
I'm not at my mom's house. What are you talking about? I'm at your mom's house. No, I'm not. Like I said, at the gym. Freaking, I did kept it simple. A 9-minute AMRAP, 15 bench press at 135, 9 power cleans, 185, 9 minutes. Just steel, back and forth, baby. Getting that pump on. Oh, did Dylan freeze?
Did I freeze?
Is that my Wi-Fi or his?
That's your Wi-Fi. Because you look grainy as fuck.
Bro. Do I really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if I connect to my hotspot, if that would be better. Let's see.
Oh, we got CrossFit? Oh, shit.
Dang, dude. That means we are big time. If CrossFit's here, we are big time. Dylan is good, and it's me that's bad. Okay, all right. Let's see if I switch over. I mean, we all knew that.
CrossFit, you said you should have done it with 185.
I should have.
Called you a pussy.
I'm such a bitch. I am such a bitch. Listen, CrossFit, reveal yourself, and maybe I will. You know what I'm saying? Here, I'm going to switch to this one.
Damn. This is going to be a rough one. Hopefully he comes back.
Any better?
Yeah. Yeah. Megan says to kick everybody in the gym off the Wi-Fi. That way yours works.
I kicked everyone out of the gym. Everyone's gone. I said, y'all need to leave. We got a show to do up in this mug.
Jeremy, you're a BLM square.
Well, duh.
You posted a black square. You're just a black square right now.
Let's see. Give me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still here, I do apologize for my
Jeremy's on
lack
Cricket
of
Wireless. I
professionalism.
think it's Boost Mobile, but
the gym Wi-Fi wasn't up to snuff, so we switched to my hotspot.
still don't
Which I
have an
suppose
image.
doesn't make sense because it is connected to the Wi-Fi.
Hotspot uses
All right,
cellular.
I'll be right back.
All right, Jeremy's going to take a break. He's going to figure out his Wi-Fi situation. So, it's just us. All right. Let me see if I can pull up something. UFC 325. Okay, yeah, I don't want Paramount. Boo. Okay, Jeremy's coming back. Hold on. Great start to this beautifully, terribly cold Saturday afternoon. Yeah, what do you guys think about the fights? Hold on, let's see. UFC 325 fight card. Yeah, Megan, that's true. If it started normal, then we've been concerned. Yeah, we like to do a rocky start, keep you guys with bated breath until ultimately we get rolling and Jeremy says something stupid and I gotta unfuck him. Just kind of how it goes. Let's see here. Okay. We got the fight card up.
Note to self: do not connect to the gym's Wi-Fi ever again. Am I any better at all right now?
Yeah, you're a little better.
Sweet, awesome.
Finally.
Oh my god, so professional. All right, so we're gonna jump in. Hold on. We got a card to review, bro, before we preview. So we'll spend. Let's do about. Oh, you like those small boxes? Which boxes are better?
The full box, yeah.
This
big
one.
Boxes.
Let's do that because it has our handles and we can get followers. Maybe, I don't know, with our professionalism. Let's do like 20 minutes where we talk about UFC 324 and how god darn spoiled we have been already just in
Jeez.
1 week of UFC, because this has been crazy. So
Crossfire says Jeremy had sponsors, they'd be pissed.
Oh
true.
yeah,
But shout out Vindicate.
I mean,
this is the best bag
we're
on planet Earth.
Oh, that's sick. I like that little thing.
Got it from Vindicate, baby.
I like that.
Shout out.
It's cute. It's adorbs. Shout out Caffeine and Kilos. My friend owns this company.
Good dude. Really? Aren't they out of Reno?
They are out of Sacramento, California. Yeah, they're OG, man. They've been around for a minute, and we got the owner to we got the owner of my dad's group, the WeBus thing, and he's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. All right, so we're gonna talk about real quick, UFC 324. I'm gonna share my screen here. Man, we were spoiled, dude. This card was, what do the young people say? OC. This card was out of control. Good, man. I suppose it would help if I actually shared it. Right? Oh, there it is. Cool. All right, we're gonna go back to. How far back, man? We'll go back here. We
Not
talked
to the
about
prelims.
Alex Perez. You don't want to talk about the prelims?
No,
Jeez.
Alex Perez is I mean,
rookie.
that was
Let's
a
go real
hell of a
quick.
performance.
We were talking about this fight. We talked about Charles Johnson's haircut and how everyone loves it. We talked about how Charles Johnson had been on more of a win streak. Alex Perez had lost 2 in a row. They were formidable. I think he lost 2 in a row, if I'm remembering. Yeah, he had lost to two Savages. So we said, at least I said, man, he's got to come out. He might come out desperate. He might come out a little more like, I got to win this, versus Charles Johnson, who's like, hey, I've been winning. I cracked the top 15. We're good to go. And I think it showed. Alex Perez put a whooping, as you could see. A first-round TKO against a ranked opponent is what they call putting a whooping on a guy. And I believe you called Alex Perez to win that fight. So I'm already down 0-1 to you. That was impressive. That was very impressive on Alex Perez's part. Charles Johnson, he got caught early and just couldn't recover. Did you watch that fight? You watched it, right?
Didn't fucking oh yeah, you got fucking the dog.
He got rocked and he was just like on the skates for like the rest of the fight. He just couldn't like recover. He's like, oh my God.
Alex Perez needed that. He missed weight. Like, he needed to go out there and fucking put on a performance. Alex Perez knocked out Frankie Edgar a few years ago.
Yeah. But then again, so did a lot of guys towards.
I think that was his last fight. I think that was Frankie Edgar's last fight. And they gave
Was that at the Apex? Was that at the Apex Center?
I don't know.
I think it was, because I can literally like visualize Frankie Edgar just like, just like, I mean, he went dying, stiff. And it was like bad. It was so depressing, because man, I love Frankie Edgar, man. That guy was. I
want to say it was a knee, flying knee.
Could have been. Yeah, anyway. I just remember him going. Bleep. All right, so we'll see what happens for both of these guys. Alex Perez beat a lesser ranked opponent, but do we crack the top 10? Flyweight is a pretty savage weight class right now. Or do you just stay at 11, win a few more fights? Charles is probably going to drop out. But anyways, moving along. This was a good fight. This was a Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. How did I do with those names? That was pretty impressive, huh?
It was pretty good.
Anyways, great fight. We had as you could see, for those that are still in attendance, there were 3 seconds left in this fight. And Nikita was able to catch Modestas in a legit stoppage. Some would argue like, Modestas could have, it's 3 seconds left in the fight. Why call it? But either way, Nikita was going to win that fight. Nikita outclassed him. Modestas had his moments, but I don't even know. How do you classify that? I said that Nikita outclassed him, but like,
I thought it was a terrible fight. Like, it was
a terrible fight.
You know what it was? It was entertaining, but it was like a schoolyard fight. Like, it just sucked. Like, skill wise,
lack of skill. Sure.
Yeah. They were both looked like low level strikers, and it just was strange. The whole thing was strange, and it just was a little bit too.
I agree on Modesta's part. He was the less skilled. I think Nikita was more skilled, but I do hear what you're saying. It wasn't like, we're not watching real technical fighting. Although Nikita was the more technical of the two, Modestas just wanted to knock him out so bad.
I just mean, like, you see technique often go away in brawls. It's exciting fights, and you can have just banger fights and just getting after it, throwing freaking haymakers at each other, and a lot of technique does go out the window. But this wasn't necessarily a clash, like a huge brawl the whole time. It was a lot of like leaning back and running away, but just wildly swinging in from either side. So just to me, it was strange. It seemed there was a lot of low-level entry and low-level evasion from both of them. So I don't, it was exciting because it looked like somebody was going to get clipped at any point, but just just shock. I felt weird about it because I feel like these two are way higher level than that. They just didn't perform.
That's a good breakdown. I can get with that. Yeah, I like that. Moving along. I don't remember even who did you. I think we both picked Nikita on that one, right?
I know I picked Nikita, but I think you picked Bukauskas.
Did I? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
I'm 0-2. This right here between Atiba Gutierrez and Andre Pulyav was weird. I mean, we're talking about the previous fight was kind of like disappointing in a sense. This was wildly disappointing. And I try not to use that term too loosely, wildly, but this was wildly disappointing in the sense that you got Atiba who has been on a tear, just working dudes and finishing fights so quickly, looking athletic, doing all the things, only to come out and have a good first round. He knocked him down. He dominated him. You could just tell the power of his punches, just how Andre's like demeanor was. Like, you know, when you're fighting your older brother or like older cousin or whatever, and they hit you so hard that you're already flinching before they hit you. Like, that's how it was. Like, Atiba hit so hard that Andre was already like, oh my God. So great first round. Atiba just, but then Andre started getting off on him. I'm trying to compare him to like another fighter we've seen in the past that just has this way of like, dude, sticking that jab in there, 1-2, getting some kicks in there. Atiba was bloodied, bro. His nose, you know, he was bloodied up. I wouldn't be surprised if his nose was broken at some point, but he could not figure the guy out. After the first round, Atiba looked like just an average fighter. He caught him a couple more times here and there. He won the fight. I'll give a lot of people were pretty outraged, depending on where you're looking. They said, hey, Andre lost the first round but won the second too. I wouldn't go that far, but I was wildly disappointed in this kid. But then I took a step back, and I'm like, okay, he's not even ranked yet. He's not even ranked in the middleweight division. He's great. I think he will be fighting for a belt someday, but he clearly has some things to figure out, which is like, hey, how do I fight past the first round? I don't know. What are your thoughts? That was I say it was disappointing. That was a very disappointing fight.
I wasn't disappointed. I was really impressed with Pulyav. Like, I mean, he got in some danger, he got in some hot water, and had a fucking really scary opponent in front of him. And he showed that sticking and moving and playing a really high skill level game, it can bring you some success. Although he didn't come out and win the fight, it was.
Do you give him the second or third round? You give him either round? Pulyav?
I have to go back and watch. I don't really. I think there was one round. I think it was the second round. He put Atiba in some trouble. Mm-hmm. Or it might have been the third. Fuck, I don't know. But yeah,
second for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, but that's it. I mean, I was still just impressed because of the danger that presented itself and how he was able to deal with it, and you know, it's just good on him. And I think, you know, he'll be favored a lot more in his next fight. But Atiba, people like to say fraud checked. You know what I mean? It's like, nah. Like, I just think he fought a guy that was hard to get a hold of. You know, a guy that was good at moving away and staying away and keeping your big ass away from him, from hurting him. You know, so he'll figure out how to cut people off better. He'll figure out how to maybe engage in change his game plan up a little bit to kind of better control that in the future. But it's not a bad knock on Atiba. Just we expected him to knock somebody's head off, and it didn't happen. So
that's right there. That last sentence you just said kind of summed the whole thing. We expected him to knock the dude's head off. He almost did, but then it didn't happen.
Right.
So, but we both did pick him to win the fight, and we picked a much different result, but he won the fight. So Yeah, moving along, the last of the prelims. You got it's crazy. It was a prelim fight, but you have number 2 Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo, otherwise known as Figgy. And this fight went, for me, I don't know. We'll hear what you think in a second, but it went exactly how I thought it was going to go. I didn't think Figgy was going to be able to implement really any kind of substantial offense. And I thought Umar was going to kick him, was going to take him down if he wanted to, but he wouldn't knock him out. And that's exactly what happened. Umar got off his kicks. Figgy showed some offense at certain times. Neither guy had the other guy rocked really at any point. And for me, it's just for Umar being number 2 and all the hype around him and him being Dagestani fighter, with Makhachev and what's his name in his corner, Khabib. God, I was gonna say Kumar. Khabib in his corner, like he's got the best of the best in his corner, but he just doesn't seem to fight like the Khabib and Makhachev and some of those guys. They come out and they're gonna run right through you. Umar kind of doesn't do that. I don't know. It's hard for me to describe, but fight went exactly how I thought it would go. Unanimous decision, Umar.
Yeah, the fight sucked.
The
fight sucked. I was fucking bored.
That one sucked.
Biggie couldn't get started. He couldn't get going until the 3rd round. And, Umar's just not entertaining. Like, if he had some knockout power or something, he needs something. He needs – oh, God, I don't know.
Either turn into a submission specialist or a knockout. So you got to do –
not a submission specialist. He needs to learn how to maul motherfuckers like Khabib did.
Yeah.
That's why Khabib can submit anybody, but he always started by mauling them on the ground. It's just like nobody.
And that's what I was saying. It's surprising. Like if you were in a camp with someone like Khabib or the likes of, most likely your fighting style might reflect some of that. You might not be exactly him, but like you're gonna, you know what I mean. And Umar seems like he's more of like a American top team or something like. And maybe that might not even be a good comparison because there's definitely some ballers there. He's a very technical guy.
He and Usman
killer instinct.
He and Usman were kickboxers, whereas Khabib and Islam were sambo. So they come from different backgrounds. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're same gym, same lineage, so to speak, and trained together growing up and whatnot. But they kind of, it's like in the Dominican, you're going to play soccer, you're going to play baseball. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Like you're going to be a professional athlete, but like you're going to play one of those 2 sports. And
for sure,
that's basically what Umar and Usman did. They went the kickboxing route, the striking route. So they were master of sport in all these striking realms, and then the combat sambo was the Khabib and Islam.
Yeah, and
so they just have different fighting styles. Like you just whatever your background is, it's kind of what you air to. It's kind of what you. Every American wrestler is going to have that, American wrestling kind of style, So same thing. Kickboxer's going to kickbox.
Yeah, but to your point, he needs to figure something out. He needs to figure out something because. Okay, you won this. Depending on what happens today, you might have actually, depending on what happens between Jan and possibly O'Malley, it sounds like that's going to happen. So that'll be, you'll get another championship opportunity. But like, to me, he's not. He's
not with that
shown,
performance. Holy shit.
Yeah, he hasn't shown that he belongs there.
Figgy's 37 or something like that. He missed weight. He was completely emaciated. He couldn't get anything going in the first 2 rounds. Like, dude, you gotta finish a guy in that whole scenario that I just stated. He missed weight. He's old. He's washed. You're trying to get a title shot. Like, you gotta. It's fucking hard to finish people, dude. It's really hard. But when you're on that level and that's what you're going for on that title, like you got to make sure you put him away.
Yep.
And make no doubt about it.
Unanimous decisions against an older, washed-up guy is not going to do it. Not for me. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next. This fight, holy crap. This was like obviously crazy entertaining, right? Like they were going back and forth. I love Arnold Allen's style.
We needed this.
He has such a cool style of fight. Yes, we did, especially to kick off the main card. His style he's going to go. He's very skilled. He's very technical, but unlike Umar, he's going to go for a finish. He's going to try to put you away. Now he didn't. He's the one who lost the fight, but still, I love his style. Gene Lord Silva, on the other hand, he's got a unique style. We talked about how he, when we previewed the fight, how he sometimes slips into recklessness, Vanderlei Silva style. Wildly entertaining, but it's just there's a ceiling to that. That's much lower than if you put some skills to your game. And he typically takes a round to really get going. So he definitely took some punishment. You could argue they have it. Okay, I didn't do that. There we go. Let's see. By round, if we go round by round here, you'll see that he was outstruck. No takedowns, but significant strikes. Allen got him in the first round, which is very typical for Silva. He takes the first round almost always to get going. Not that he doesn't get off, because 16 significant strikes is cool, but it takes him some time. Whereas if you go to round 2, you can see, all right, he's starting to figure some shit out here. You got 35 strikes to 18, 32 significant in favor of Lord Silva. So it took him around. He started to figure it out. It was very entertaining in that second round. And then we come to the third round. And for those that didn't watch the fight, towards the end of the fight in the third round, I want you to visualize this. And I would pull up a video, but I don't want us to possibly get some kind of strike or anything. But it's one of the funnier, more maybe ridiculous, some even say disrespectful moments in UFC history where Silva had him down. He had Arnold down. He's inflicting some punishment. Arnold is kind of on all fours, and Lord Silva mounts his back with his feet and jumps off him in the air. Stands on his back like a surfboard and jumps off in the air, threw his hands in the air. And it was one of the most Gene Lord Silva moments I've ever seen. I've said it for a while. This guy has, I don't know if it's arrogance, cockiness, I don't know what to call it, but he has this way about him that makes you scratch your head. What were you thinking? What the hell was that? Oh, hold on a second. Whoops. Did you do that? Did I do that? What's up, Jody? Good to have you here.
Jody Lynn.
KDL, I'm back. I did not get capped. What did you do? What did KDL do? Did I miss it? I must have missed it. Tell me what you did. Did you do a workout?
I did a workout with John Young, I think.
Oh, okay. Nice. I was actually thinking of, speaking of Johnny Young, I was thinking of tagging him.
Capped by JY Barbell.
Oh, there it is. Okay, nice. Cool. If you wouldn't mind, what was the workout? But that workout I just did with the bench press, because John, I know his boobie is all messed up, but he bench presses and then he's super strong with the clean. It's one of those where I visualize a guy like him who's more on the strength side. He's going to crush 2 rounds, but then that metabolic part is going to catch up. But I wonder what he can do in something like that for 9 minutes. But anyways, it was one of the most Gene Lord Silva moments I have ever seen. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. Entertain the folks while I don't think we'll get a copyright.
What are you trying to pull up? Oh, him surfing on Arnold Allen?
Him surfing.
Yeah.
Geez.
It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. I thought Arnold Allen could have won it. sticking to a better game plan, which he probably had. But he said it himself. He was going to engage and brawl with him, which, I can respect too. Where you're kind of like, from a technicality standpoint and just strategic level, like Arnold has the capacity to win that fight that way. But it sounded like he was just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to be boring about it. Like, I'm going to get in there and give him the fight he wants, which, if that causes you to lose, but makes you that type of fighter that's like game for anything, then fuck it, do it,
Hell yeah, dude. Very well said. So, let's see. I don't know how long this video is, but here it is.
Music.
I don't know how to mute it, but that is so freaking loud.
Up top next to the play button.
There it is. You mean that button that says stop or X? Or let's see. Let's replay this. So, all right, check this out, audience. So he gets him. He's all right. Takedown, cool takedown. Has him down. He's on all fours. And Gene Lord says, "Hey, I'm gonna jump. Maybe not the best angle, but he freaking jumps off his back. Like, that's never happened. We've never seen somebody do that. We've seen one of the coolest highlights I've ever seen, and I know you remember this, is my fellow Milwaukeean Anthony Pettis fighting Benson Henderson, where Pettis jumps off the cage with 1 foot and kicks Benson in the face.
The Showtime kick.
That was one of the coolest. Hell yeah, that was one of the coolest moments in MMA history, in my opinion. But nobody, like, that was a cool kick, like, I'm gonna jump off the fence, I'm gonna karate kick you in the face. This was like, hey, I'm gonna stand on your back and jump off of you. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But anyways, he definitely, they both definitely brought it. They both definitely brought they brought what we wanted to see. They brought the intensity. They brought the skill. They brought they brought everything. You know what I mean? And I, for one, was just crazy excited that entire fight. We're watching the first main card fight of the new Paramount deal and all of that. And they both brought it. But then, I got to present my screen again. Let's pull back up the UFC fights. Then we go up to this was mildly depressing. We got Natalia Silva and Rose, and we know that Natalia Silva is no slouch. You don't become the number 2 ranked women's flyweight contender in the world by sucking. But we also know that Rose is a former champion, and we both had like great faith in her. That we just talked about how the fight between Umar and Figgy was boring. This was one of the most boring mixed martial arts fights I have ever seen. And I hate to say it, but I'll say it. Why does it happen with females in MMA? Is it because they're still like developing? But why does it happen more with females in MMA than with males? Now, that being said, if you remember, recently you had the golly, dude, I'm sorry, Mackenzie Dern. My brain is barely working today. Mackenzie Dern versus what's her name? The Brazilian chick. Anyways, that was entertaining. They went at it. They had a great 5-round fight, and there was skill, there was striking, technical striking, there was takedowns, there was grab, everything. It was cool. But man, then you get a fight like this where you're like yawning the whole time because you're like, dude, someone's got to do something. And it wasn't until the 3rd round that Silva was like, all right, here we go. We're going to do this. We're going to fight. And I think that 3rd round won her the fight. You can argue Rose maybe won the first 2 rounds, but I think because Natalia brought it in the 3rd round, she won. But, dude, what a boring fight.
Yeah. I thought Rose won, but it was hard. It was
the whole fight.
Yeah, but Yeah, it was just sometimes certain styles and matchups don't favor a good fight, you know. And it really sucked coming off of the Arnold Allen and John Silva excitement.
Yes.
You had a
Yep.
really high-paced, high level, exciting, holy fuck, anything can happen fight to a very technical, hesitant fight from both fighters, you know. And
100%.
sometimes it's just like you can't get your timing. Looks like Natalia was struggling with the range of Rose, and Rose was struggling with getting in on and securing a takedown. You know what I mean?
Yep.
She was able to in the first round, and then struggled later. But you could get clipped by somebody, and then they hit you harder than you thought. And maybe you just like something's not firing that day, and maybe you're just a little more hesitant, or sometimes the timing from both ends, it just can't figure it out. And there was a lot of movement. There was a ton of movement and a ton of feints, just not a lot of activity, you know.
Which is typical for Rose. She just never stops moving, bro.
Yeah. Natalia was in there doing the fucking cumbia the whole fucking time.
That ass was shaking. Like,
it was hilarious. Dude.
Yeah, dude. No, but I think, like, is it fair to say, to your point, that technically on the scorecards, if I'm judging that fight, there's a likelihood that I have round 1 and 2 in Rose's favor, and it comes down, can Natalia knock her out? Or what I think really happened is Natalia she did way more work in the third round. It wasn't just like she barely outpointed her. The third round was all Natalia.
There was Rose was also eye poked.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that.
And she just did surgery for it. She had to get surgery for it and put a tube in so it could drain her tear duct. It's got something like
when did that happen?
Ripped tear duct or something like that, or I don't fucking know.
When did that happen?
What round? That's a good question. I don't remember.
Whatever. But here, check this out. I mean, look at the third round.
If eye pokes had an automatic point deduction, Rose wins.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true.
Or it's a draw. I guess you could have made this boring ass fight a draw. You know what I mean?
Sure. But I mean, look. You got 28 significant strikes to 8, and Silva scored a takedown in that last round.
When Rose fought Carla Esparza, it was the same way.
Yep.
It was very Rose moved around a lot, and a lot of feints, not a whole lot, from Carla Esparza either. Just the wrestler plodding forward, trying to grab you. And it was just an incredibly boring fight.
Rose needs to reinvent herself. Rose needs to come out and figure something out. Like we're
what do you mean reinvent? What does she have to reinvent?
Dude, it's not working anymore.
She's a master. It's not working anymore.
Levels.
She fought number 2 in a weight class that's above the weight class she fought at her entire career.
Sure, but she's losing.
She's fighting much tougher fights, bigger people. I mean, I don't know what she has to reinvent. Like, it's just she's got fucking tough fights. She lost it. Dude, Erin Blanchfield's a fucking monster. She beat Miranda Maverick, who's fucking good. Tracy Cortez, she's fucking right up there too.
Dude, she is losing fights, especially
then really what does she need to reinvent? Like, what specifically? Tell me what she can do.
Figure out how can. Okay, she's never really been one for knocking anybody out.
What the fuck?
Figure that out. Can you?
Yes, she is. She has a ton of knockouts. She knocked out Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She knocked out Zhang Weili.
Let's take a look.
She's incredibly
dynamic. I'll eat my words if I have.
She's incredibly dynamic, and it's just
I haven't seen a knockout yet.
She's fighting heavier people. Now go back. Now she's back.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
she knocked out Weili 5 years ago. She doesn't knock anyone out.
She knocks out Joanna.
Every decision. Okay, that was almost 9 years ago.
She finished Michelle Waterson.
So she's had in all these fights, which I just pulled out 15 fights, 3 of them, 2 of them she's knocked someone out, 1 of them she's submitted, and it's been minimum 5 years since she's done that. So maybe reinvent isn't the right word. Maybe go back to what was getting you those finishes. Yes, I know everyone else is getting better too. I get it. I understand that. But dude, unanimous decision. Every fight you're just taking to the bell. And
that's a lot of females. A lot of female fights are decisions. It's just
that's true.
It's hard to finish people for 1, and 2, they don't have knockout power. Typically,
yeah, that's true. But yeah, relative to guys, but still, they're not punching guys. They're punching other women. So even if you don't have the relative knockout power of a man, you're hitting another woman. So you should be able to knock other women out.
It's not equivalent to the power. Like, your body's much more durable than the power that's delivered. So like, where that rubber meets the road is with men. Like, we can generate so much more power to overcome the toughness of your body to shut you off. Whereas women don't have the strength, but their bodies are still pretty damn resilient.
Word. I want to really quick. We have not been ignoring you. Sorry. JY Barbell's workout was 9 rounds, 7 toe to bar, 5 chest to bar, 3 muscle ups, 1 200-pound sandbag clean. That's
sandbag.
That's a grippy workout right there. That's a even the sandbag, because you got to get your hands under, and that's a super grippy workout. Holy crap! What was the time cap? I think you said it was the time cap. KDL also went in with no confidence, came out feeling great. God, don't you love that? Isn't that that's
happened with Jeremy, KDL?
Huh?
Jeremy came out of the closet feeling great.
Dude, I came out feeling so good. Speaking of that, at some point we might have a special guest pop in. We'll see. We shall see. They let me know early today that they might jump on. But KDL also goes on, oh, damn, I have Paramount now. What time is the fight? It is 8 Central Standard. So I don't even know where KDL is in the Americas, or even if he is in the Americas. No, but it's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So wherever you're at, do the math. Jody Lynn, we love Rose too. She's a very boring fight. I love Rose. Really appreciate the girl. She's like a silent assassin. She's got a cool head space, getting herself ready for the fights. She's very talented. She's very, very talented. And I'm not just saying that like for a girl. Like, she's very talented. She's technical. She's got good grappling. As Dylan pointed out, she's beat some really good fighters. But something's gotta change. I'm gonna have to look this up. Jody says that she got an eye injury, got poked during the fight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I mean, I guess that could, let's say that happened in round 2. You know, that's gonna screw you up for definitely for round 3. So I'm gonna have to look that up. What up, Joe? Joseph, Ramir, what up, dicks? Mean guys? Dude, speak English. We don't speak your language. Yeah, I'm pull out of you, Joseph. Oh, all right. KDL says 20-minute time cap on that workout.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying with Rose. You're saying to reinvent, and I'm saying that she's fighting up a weight class, and she just fought the number 2 gal, and it was an extraordinarily close fight. I had it scored for Rose, especially with the eye poke. I mean, she beats number 2 in a weight class above. I don't see what there is to reinvent. These are tough fights, man. You know,
like, are you yelling at me?
She's incredibly dynamic. Like, she's got wrestling, high-level wrestling, great entries on her takedowns, and phenomenal striking. I mean, I think she's good. She's going to fight. I don't know that she'll fight for the title. I think she could, with that performance of relative to meaning rank, like not that particular performance, but just fighting number 2 and it's close and. Yeah, she's knocking on the door. She can get there with a couple more fights. I just don't know how much actual time or how much longer she's actually wanting to do it. You know, so
or how much Dana White is willing to give her. So
Dana loves her. She'll be fine. I think it's just going to be a matter of what she ought to do is she needs to do like BMF shit. Was what she needs to do. you know.
Yeah, she's about that point in her career.
Let the top 5 gals all
do they have a woman
each other
one?
up for the gold belt, you know what I mean? But then
do they have a
Rose just
female
needs to do
BMF?
fucking legendary fights, like fight fucking legends and make.
Do they have a BMF for the ladies? If they don't,
No.
they need to get one, man. There's enough ladies out there that can contend for that. I mean, hell, that might even bring back some of the other ladies, man. Holly Holm might come back if she can fight for the BMF, dude. You know, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that was just a very depressing fight, disappointing, and then we move on to, oh my God, my drunk uncle at the barbecue fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta. That was weird. Is there? I can't think of a better word to describe watching that fight than weird. And straight up, that is like watching my drunk uncles try to wrestle or fight each other at the barbecue, and I'm just like, dude, what happened? Did you get washed that quickly? Did Derek Lewis get washed that fast? It seemed very, very abrupt that he went from a contender to now after that performance.
Dude, he's been around forever.
I don't care. So have a lot of guys that don't. I mean, Rose has been around forever, and she still brings it. I still think she needs to maybe go back to what she was doing. That got her so much success and a belt.
You keep saying that. You need to fucking get rid of that shit because it's a terrible.
I'm not.
It's a fucking terrible take. You're not saying anything either.
I'm running.
You're just saying she needs to be better. It's like, all
right. But Derek Lewis, man, I don't know. That was embarrassing, man. That was, and not only was the jump kicks and the jump switch kicks and like the horrible striking attempts those were pathetic, but how he got knocked out was like he just threw in the towel.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm just done.
Yeah, he threw in the
I'm
towel.
done. I don't want to fight anymore. Guy threw like a feint. Waldo throws this, and I'm not taking anything away from Waldo. We said his day is going to come. I think, he'll figure some things out. He'll grow as a fighter, whatever. But he throws this straight, like, jab feint. It wasn't even hard. It wasn't even that hard. It just, armchair quarterback over. But, like, it clips him a little, and Derek is like, okay. You could just kind of see it. And it's like, I just don't want to fight anymore. He goes down, just allows himself to get pounded on, and, like, the fight's over. And I'm like, dang, that's
He got hit with that, but kind of stumbled and fell. And I think trying to recover that, he was already checked out because he chased him around and couldn't touch him. And then he was like, fuck. And he just hit me pretty hard, and I fell. This is not going good. I'm out. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to cover up, do damage control, and not fucking take a nap. Fair enough. That's a big fuck.
I think you just broke it down. Right, yeah. You don't want – it's either – I say die on the sword, man. Get knocked out. Don't go out like a bitch.
Well, there's also suspensions.
That's Derek Black Beast Lewis.
Dude, go out like a bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
remember John Cena's last fight? Did you watch that?
I don't give a fuck about John Cena.
Gunther puts him in this rear naked choke.
You're talking about fake shit. This is fucking.
But the concept.
The
concept remains. The concept remains true that like. Hey, dude, you're going to have to knock me out.
It's acting. It's real easy for John Cena to do. It's real easy, but when you have an actual fucking 300-pound man standing over you raining bombs, dude, it's already been done. What's the need to fucking get slept and get all that brain damage and shit and suspension?
Oh, stop. You sign up for this. This is the game, dude.
Yeah, and what did he do?
Like a man.
He surrendered.
Go out like a man.
You're out of
your
just
mind, like dude. Especially if you're Derek Black Beast, slam your gloves on the ground, and he freaking just, okay. I'm like, no, dude, that ain't no. That ain't no man shit. That's like, I quit. I'm done. And I love the guy. He's my boy. He'll always be my boy. But that was a bitch way to go out. I hated that moment. That was like,
I've been TKO.
I wanted to just turn it off, man.
I've been TKO.
I know. So have I.
It sucks.
So have I.
It fucking sucks. And I didn't go out, but fuck, dude. Like, he basically was like, I'm going to get fucking slept. Like, that's it. Like, the result was, we all knew the result at that point. Fuck it. There's no need to get knocked out.
I'm going to knock you out. You know what I'm saying?
If you bring up fucking WWE one more time when we're talking about real fights, I'm gonna fly to Milwaukee and fuck you up, dude.
All right, then buy your ticket, because you know it's funny what I'm supposed to be doing after this. I'll watch WWE with my kids if they're interested. Monday Night Raw, whatever.
Yeah, sure. With
WrestleMania.
Kids. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like take it. I don't take it serious. I haven't taken it seriously in 20 years. But a friend of mine, he texted me the other day. He's like, dude, I'm having this WWE Royal Rumble party. It's in like Dubai or something. So it starts at like 1:00 our time. Not only that, I was already like, so you guys are going to sit around and watch WWE in the middle of the day? Not only that, but homie's like, we're dressing up like different
Jesus Christ.
Like all the wrestlers, all the guys in the match were dressing up as. And I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Jody Lynn, I need
what
you.
Jody said.
Said,
Dylan, LOL. Jeremy talking fake fights.
Yeah, Jody, I need you to ground.
Jody.
I need you to. Can you ground Jeremy for me? Can you just
send me to my room?
Yeah.
It was the concept that I was going after there, Judy. That like John Cena, he has this epic 30-year career, and his last match he taps out. Like that's come on. Like Derek Lewis, you've had this awesome career, and now you're like. You tapped out, man. You tapped out. You took the easy route. I don't want to get knocked. I don't give up. You signed up for this stuff.
How dare you?
KDL asks, live watch along for the fights tonight. Any interest? To answer that, I have had interest in doing that since we started doing this. It's a tough thing to do, man. I can talk for sure, but for upwards of, let's say we started the main events. Let's say we live stream the main events. You got 8:00 Central Standard Time, so like close to midnight. Right, you're talking about 3+ hours of hearing me talk about what's going on. Maybe we'll see. TBD. We shall see. I do have some really good friends. I'm very lucky, but I don't know. Like, I actually started entertaining it. I'm like, yeah, maybe I will go. Maybe we'll do the podcast, and maybe I will go. And
it's
I'll dress
fun.
Up
it's fun. You should go.
I'll dress up like Jey Uso, you know.
Like, dude, I like, yeah, like I like fucking Nature Boy and fucking all them. I just don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But I do like.
You just didn't like my analogy.
Can I get a No, but what your boy is doing, like, if you're that big of a fan or whatever, cool. I don't give a shit. But like, what I do appreciate it for is like the nostalgia of that era. You know, continues to live. It's like, you know, playing a fucking Thanksgiving Day football game in the yard. Like,
yeah,
like you're too old to be playing football, but you're still gonna do it just because it's fucking. Do it. You just did it your whole life growing up. It was a thing. It was a tradition. And like when
I got a buddy that still does it.
When you were a lot younger, especially your era, like how old are you? Fucking 40? Yeah. So you grew up in the heart of like WWE being fucking humongous. And it's huge now still, obviously, but like just like growing up as kids, yeah, the Attitude Era. Like as kids, that was fucking crazy huge for you. So and then, you know, my era was like the UFC was already taking over. So yeah, like to me, I was much more into that shit than the fucking WWE shit.
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah. I get that. I still got a buddy, speaking of the turkey bowl stuff, the Thanksgiving, he still does it. And every year tears a hamstring. And I'm not kidding you. Like every year tears a hamstring. He'll come to the gym and his purple, just purple. And then this past year he tore his ACL. I'm like, bro, you got to stop, dude. Like you got 3 little kids, man. You can't be doing this no more. But yeah, anyways, my boy quit. Moving along, we had a somewhat controversial decision. We had what I thought was a good fight. Do I put it in the category of great? I don't know. There were moments, but I don't think Sean. I was gonna say I don't think Sean O'Malley took Yadong seriously. I think he took him seriously, but like Yudong is no slouch. Yudong put up a great fight, and there were some people that said they thought Yudong won that fight. I think O'Malley won the fight. How I scored it, I think O'Malley, especially the third round, I'll give O'Malley. But that wasn't – O'Malley was very confident going into that fight that he was going to knock him out, that he was going to do work. And I wasn't like, wow, O'Malley is really good. You know, I mean, we know he's really good. But, like, I was a little bit more, like, thinking, okay, you won. You didn't win by a lot. You didn't convince anybody. Your potential next opponent just RAPE'd Merab Davishvili. What do you think is going to happen to you? Now, I know they fought already before, and O'Malley had some success in that fight. But Peter Yan, maybe talk about reinventing yourself, or at least just absolutely honing every single aspect of the fighting game. And I'm not talking about just offense. Peter Yan is the best striker all around, I believe, in that weight class, possibly even the entire UFC. But his takedown defense, his grappling is also, and wrestling is also world class. And again, we saw that against Merab. I feel zero confidence that Sean O'Malley in a rematch with Peter Yan, that I believe will happen this year, possibly at the White House card, is the rumors. I have no confidence that Sean O'Malley will put up a fight. I think Peter Yan will drag him through that, and it'll maybe last 2 rounds, possibly. Yeah? No? It's your turn.
I think O'Malley will knock out Peter Yan.
Oh, my God.
No.
What is happening with
No,
you?
I'm kidding. It was a good fight. Yadong and O'Malley. It was a good fight. I think O'Malley won. It was just pretty straightforward. There wasn't anything crazy. Wasn't anything controversial. I think it was just kind of a cut and dry, unanimous decision win for Sean. Like, just I got nothing to say about it, really. Honestly, it was just a good fight. It's like, wow, okay, good display of skill on both ends, but just nothing.
Your response right now is exactly what I was getting at when I started. It was like I was expecting. I think we were both expecting this to be insane. Like, this is going to be a co-main event of the ages. It's going to be. First of all, I was disappointed that it was only 3 rounds. That pissed me off. It should have been 5 rounds. It's a co-main event. I thought they did that universally, but whatever. They made this 2 rounds.
There's gold.
Yeah, but they've still made co-main events 5 rounds that were not gold.
Have they?
Yeah, they have. I could pull some up right now, but
I feel like
so I was disappointed
I just can't recall.
Yeah, I was disappointed by that, and then when like it's hyped up to be this crazy fight, and it should have been. It wasn't. It was like it was a good fight. I guess it was a good fight, and I just expected a whole heck of a lot more. But I mean, you can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? As far as like entertainment value goes and great fights, like you can't win them all. You know, you're going to have some duds here and there. But I just you look at these 2 guys. I mean, they're just nonstop action, and they were fighting not to get knocked out. That's how I look at this fight. Towards the end of GSP's career, he started fighting not to get knocked out, and it started to get frustrating, to watch. These guys fought not to get knocked out, and that was really frustrating. I know there's a lot on the line. You get knocked out, you bump down the rankings. You got to win a couple more fights to even get a title shot again. But like, I don't know, man. At some point in the fight, it's got to be like, hey, it's now or never. And I don't think either of those guys wanted to cross that bridge. All right, let's move to the main event. Wow. Where do you even want to start? You want to start with the eye pokes? The thumb to the eye? Do you want to start with the fact that Gaethje – and I wanted to ask you this specifically because you are a fighter and you do have a coach or coaches in your corner. What I thought was funny about Gaethje and why I really like him is because he said after the fight – obviously he's given Paddy his credit. He's given him his dues. But he said that – and I'll paraphrase – he said, I feel bad for my coaches because, they're telling me to do this, but dude, I just love fighting so much. And I was doing whatever I wanted. And I'm like, I appreciate that because that was old school UFC. I mean, you know, guys are just going at it. They're doing whatever. It's primal man fighting behavior at its best. But as a fighter, do you ever find yourself in a fight and your corner's telling you to do something and you're like, to hell with you, I'm doing whatever I want to do?
No, but there are times where you feel differently about like your opponent's timing, and maybe part of your game plan was a certain combination, and maybe you didn't set it up well or something, and you kind of paid for it, and then they keep calling it, and you're like, no. Like, like it didn't work. Like, no, I don't want to throw that again. Like, you know, which is the opposite of what Gaethje was doing. Gaethje was just like, I'm just gonna fucking reckless abandon, throw all caution in the wind, and fucking, you know, knock out.
They kept telling him not to dip to his right. I don't know if you caught that, but
he's always done that.
He kept dipping, and his corner was like, "Stop doing it." Yeah. Next round, he comes out, he's dipping.
Yeah. He's always done that. There's certain patterns of fighters that you're just not going to break. You can mitigate a little bit, but yeah, he's always had that big dip, and he did exactly what I predicted. It said he's going to come in, he's going to close that distance head first, and he's going to come over top, left and right. And it's going to be detrimental to fucking Paddy. And Paddy was there like this every time. And how many times he had knocked down in every single round. And I don't think the only round I could give to Paddy was the third. And even then, from scoring criteria, he got knocked down in the third as well. So, I mean, at least it's a wash. But I thought Gaethje won every single fucking round. 48-47 is fucking nuts. There was one judge that gave it 48-47. I just, it's 49-46. It should have been through all three cards.
That was Paddy's cousin. That was definitely 49-46 fight. I've been firmly on the hill. I think we've both been firmly on the hill that Paddy technically shouldn't have been in that fight, in the sense like he's not a title contender yet. I think maybe he can be someday. But so I don't want to come out and bash Paddy and be like, oh, he sucks. I mean, because, man, if you look at not only like Arman Sarukian, which I totally expect him to talk shit about Paddy, because he feels like he should be there, and you can argue that he should. But everybody was just dogging Paddy after that fight. Oh, he sucks and he's terrible. And I'm like, Justin Gaethje is an all-time great. He's one of the best we've ever seen, you know. And Paddy just I gotta I'll give him at least credit for his chin. His chin's incredible. To not get knocked out by some of those bombs, even in the first round, it happened, boom, immediately, and he survived all that. That was incredible. But he's not like a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a bum. He's got to work on some stuff. He's got to figure some stuff out. But yeah, Paddy just he shouldn't have been in this fight. It drew a lot of eyes, and it was a great main event for the first Paramount card. But it showed losing every single round, getting knocked down so many times, and really what showed is that, to me, Gaethje showed that he could be knocked out. He can, and we've seen him get knocked out. I mean, Max Holloway just did it recently, but like Gaethje was so reckless in that fight that if you were a slightly more skilled fighter than Paddy, that fight could have been ended. You know what I mean? Or it could have gone the other way a lot easier.
Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier did it to him because he was fighting like that.
Exactly. There you go.
But that's the evolution of Justin came from those losses, and he turned into a very calculated guy. He just didn't do it in this fight. You know what I mean? He just completely threw all game plan out the window. Yeah. And I love a train wreck. Fuck it. You know,
I was just gonna say I'm not even mad. I'm not even like, wow, I can't believe we fought that way. I mean, you're fighting a guy that I know he respects, but like, you know that Paddy isn't. You know, he's not Poirier. He's not Max Holloway. To me, he's not even really close to those guys. So you could probably get away with just kind of throwing caution to the wind and just going for it, and he did. And
oldest lightweight champion in history. Nobody's done it over 36. Gaethje's 37.
That's pretty cool. Score one for the old guys.
And Paddy earned my respect. Fuck, dude. I got to tip my hat to him. He took an ass whipping and never quit. Like he went in there and then even started coming back in the last minute of the 5th round. Started really getting after it.
That blew my mind because I was saying like homeboy's got cardio issues, or it's been talked about that he's got cardio issues, and he did not appear to have cardio issues in that fight. He had skill issues. He had, whatever, but like he, you just nailed it. The last minute of the freaking fight, he's still coming forward. Like that was bonkers.
Got to tip your hat. Tough dude. He went out there and fucking did it and took an ass whipping, but took it with the best of them. You know what I mean? And I will say, Gaethje did look slow. He looked old. He looked
slower for sure. Yeah.
He looked a little more. He usually doesn't look puffy. Like he usually he's never been shredded or anything like that. But like he looked a little like the weight cut was weird or something. Like he looked like he had a little spare tire, which I've never seen. And he looked like he had a little bit of double chin going on. So maybe he just bloated by, his rehydration and maybe something happened there, but he just looked older and he looked a little slower, and
yeah.
It was still enough to beat the brakes off of Paddy, but
I mean, he's getting older.
It's concerning for who he might face in the future.
Which we know who it's going to be, who it has to be. Which I just don't like.
An interim title.
I mean, it's going to be Ilya. He's going. I mean, Ilya's going to come back.
You have to unify the belt. So
Gaethje is. Man, you're not going to be able to go in there and do what you just did. You're going to have to be a lot more careful unless you want that fight to go like it did. Like Charlie Alice against Ilya, so that'll be very interesting. But I think you're right. He's getting a little older. Body looked a little softer. But moving along to UFC 325, we have another very, very stacked card. Quillen has the best haircut of anybody on this card. I gotta say, what do you call that? Is that a perm? Does Quillian have a perm going on?
Like that is
that is such a funny haircut. Oh, I did want to say before we dive into the full card, do they have it listed on here? No. Jimmy Crute was supposed to fight on this card. Have you seen this news?
No, I haven't. Jimmy Crute versus God. Oh.
Cody Brundage.
No,
right?
not Cody Brundage. No. It was oh my God. Oh, you better find it. That's gonna kill me. Because I was looking forward to it. Jacoby? Dustin Jacoby?
That sounds correct. I just looked at it this morning. UFC 225. Dustin Jacoby. Yeah, he was supposed to fight. So what ended up happening is, what do you think ended up happening? It's an injury, but what do you think he did?
Who got hurt?
Crute. Super depressing. I really like that guy. Ruptured his ACL. Yep, you got it. Blew his knee out.
He's got knock knees too, dude. So I was just waiting for that motherfucker to blow some knees out. But you know what knock knees are, right? Like it's like
come together.
Yeah, it looks like you got a structural issue with your fucking legs. I don't know if that's just because his legs are huge. It's just weird, like because GSP had him too.
Yeah, like, he did.
It's so strange to see somebody so athletic with like.
Yeah, typically those aren't the most athletic people. They're very awkward, and every movement they make is just really awkward and very, very susceptible to knee injuries and knee damage. But so Jimmy Crute, he blew out his knee, so he is out, which is super sad.
Oh, we didn't talk about there was a fight that I was really looking forward to see, and it was Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. And that fight got pulled at the very last second. They made weight and everything, and it got yanked the day of, I think, or
Really?
that night. Yeah, it got yanked the day of because their betting shit, the betting line started doing weird things, and so they yanked it. And now they're doing an FBI investigation on some scrupulous type characters betting on fights. Apparently, it had been leaked from Hernandez's camp that he was injured, and then the line started moving in a crazy way, and so they pulled it. Which I don't think.
What?
That's got to be someone in his team. That's got to be people in his team, not Alex. I don't buy Alex would be in on that, but who knows? Money does some crazy shit to people.
I'm pulling it up now. Is it okay? So Alexander Hernandez breaks silence on UFC 324 betting cancellation. A week after his fight was pulled, Alex Hernandez has released his official statement. Hernandez
he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything. He just says, he just made a long tweet about like he's an honest guy and like works hard and made weight, and it sucks it got ripped out from underneath me, but I'm sure the FBI is doing a good job and UFC is doing a good job and whatever. It was nothing. It's not like he was like breaking news. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he didn't say.
No, he was just mad.
I would never dishonor myself or the sport and not giving. Absolute blah, blah, blah. Wow, that would be interesting to see if and what comes out of that. Holy crap, man. Yeah. That's nuts, dude. I mean, to me, it's like, in a sense, it kind of is like only a matter of time in sports, in the betting. Like, here, I'll give you this analogy. I've said for a long time, man, I was a teenager when I kind of when you first learn politics, right? And you learn Democrats and you learn Republicans, and I started thinking as I got older, young adult, and I started seeing nothing on the level of what we're seeing now, but I still saw kind of like similar things, similar behaviors in Democrats versus Republicans, or towards each other, I should say, that we're seeing now. Nothing on this level, but even at that time, 20-something years ago, I thought, wait, you're telling me we have a system in this country where, yeah, I know there's independents and libertarians, but they hold such a small portion. So you're telling me there's a left versus right, there's a Republican versus Democrat, liberal versus conservative, and like that's it? Like I can only choose one team, one side or the other? And I always thought, how will that not inevitably lead to some sort of chaos, some sort of insert what we're seeing right now in society? The left can't have a conversation with the right can't have a conversation with the left. Hey, look who it is. You ready?
What's up, dude?
Woo! What up? You came at the perfect time. I did this crazy transition into politics because we're talking about.
I don't know how I checked out like 2 minutes ago into that rant. I don't know how he went from fucking sports betting to politics, but I fucking.
I'll tie it in. So there was a fight that was supposed to happen last week, right, G? And it got scrapped at the last minute because there were rumors of or there was suspicious gambling activity, right, between the fighters or people in their camps or whatever, right? So they had to scrap the whole fight, right? So I was saying, when I was a young man, it wasn't as contentious as it is now, but like there was the left versus the right. There was Republicans versus Democrat, and I always thought it was silly that that's the system that we came up with in this country to like run everything. It's like you're either on this side, and we've talked about it, you're either on this side or you're on that side. Like you're either for this sports team or you're for that sports team, and anyone in the middle ground is a traitor or a whatever. And what I was getting
I think that works for sports. It doesn't work for politics, but like
100%.
I'm rooting against the Patriots in the Super Bowl just because it's the Patriots.
Everyone should be rooting against the Patriots. We should all. They had their time. We don't need a resurgence of the Patriots again. We're good. But how I was tying this in is you have to like see certain possibilities in the future, sometimes based on previous human behavior, But sometimes just because the writing is on the wall. If sports gambling starts growing to the size that it's in, you mean to tell me that we're surprised that fighters or people in their camps might be betting, fights might get fixed? You know what I'm saying? I can't be surprised at all that stuff like this is happening in the fight world. I'm just surprised it took this long. I'm surprised that it took this long for it to be a whole fight gets canceled because there might be betting and gambling between either.
It's happened before a bunch.
Yeah, didn't we just have what just happened in basketball? That like
yeah.
But the UFC's had a thing like a preventative sort of like it's this huge crazy I forgot the name of it. It's like something with sports betting, but it's like this algorithm that runs through everything and it monitors the betting lines. And if anything starts going in a suspicious way, it flags it, and then they're notified, and the FBI is notified, and then they determine if it's like if they need to pursue it as some illegal shit or not. And then so this one raised some crazy flags through that system, and then so they just pulled the fight that way they could, because they've had fights go on where there was some fucking Armenian guy, I think.
Yeah, Dana just talked about this a couple months ago.
And they let that fight happen, and what happened was a whole lot of illegal gambling, and that dude looked like he'd never been in a fight in his life, and clearly threw the fight. So because of the red flags that were raised and they let the fight continue, they got into a lot of hot water and shit. It was a fucking mess. And so now they just yanked the fight. They're just like, no, we're not going to do it. If there's any suspicious betting lines, we're not going to do it.
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to do it. I don't know. I trip because it's like, how did we not see this coming? And how are there not better preventative measures put in place earlier? Like, I don't know. Maybe I haven't looked into it enough. Maybe there have been great preventative measures for years. I don't know. But I just feel
it's probably so incredibly difficult to track and monitor, you know. And so now that we're in the technology phase of AI, like that helps with their ability to monitor it. But I would imagine it's.
Yeah. Jody said it. Sports gambling is an epidemic. It's human behavior. I mean, right? Sometimes we can be pretty shady. We can do really bad things, right? Anyways, what up with it, G? What were you guys out? What were you guys doing?
Top G, what's up?
Yo, oh God, please don't call me that. In the wake of everything that's just happened. Like, oh man.
What's happened?
Oh, you didn't see the thing with Andrew Tate?
No.
And Sneeko? Oh God, dude.
I don't fucking watch those.
Oh yeah.
They went to the club, bro. They went to the club, and then they played the Heil Hitler song from Kanye. And they were like dancing and shit. It was like him, Fuentes, Sneeko, the brother, Tristan, whatever his name is, and then some other dude I don't know. But yeah, they were
a bunch of dorks.
Yeah, all in the club, just like thinking like, hey, we can do this, and there's not going to be any backlash. And then there was more backlash, of course.
Of course they wanted the backlash.
Yeah.
Of course they yeah.
So they did the whole top.
Hey, that's a version of selling your soul, by the way.
Yeah.
When you're willing to like, I understand like the internet thing is all a facade, but when you play into this thing of like, because it's all a facade and this is just a character, you're compromising your entirety of your entire integrity, your moral boundaries and ethics as a human being, in complete blatant disregard for everybody else, which, you know, you don't have to have a consideration for everybody, but at the same time, you're representing something that is compromising to just general basic human values. And you're doing it for the backlash. You're doing it for the inflammatory response so that you get more money. So you're your own little self-sacrifice. You're selling your soul a little bit every time you do that.
It was just funny because they were like, I can't believe we're getting this. It's just a song. It's like, bro, you knew it wasn't just a song.
Yeah,
you knew you were going to get that shit. That's Sneeko. That's his dumbass. He's ridiculous.
I haven't looked too much into Sneeko. I'm laughing at these comments because you have some people like best collab in history, but then, then the next comment, anti-Semitism comes easy to these people. So it's just a trip, man.
This is the new, what is this? These guys are like the new wave of, whatever the Charlie Kirk wave was. These guys say that they're the new wave of that, and they're even more inflammatory. Yeah, they're even more inflammatory.
That's an incredible like bastardization of what Charlie Kirk
was.
Yep.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes is eyeing up which D he wants to put in his mouth. That's what he was doing at that party.
Dude, I do think he's gay, bro. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna throw it. My gaydar went like crazy when he came onto the scene. I was like, my boy. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, dude. Like, just it's cool.
Yeah,
welcome.
Exactly. Just
don't
embrace
be a douche.
it, bro.
Like, you don't need to be a douche because of it. Just, cool. Yeah, he is a file.
KDL, very good point. It'd be one thing if I heard someone said that they heard that someone else said that they heard. No, man, we heard you could go.
We
back
heard
to
what he said.
Podcast, and he straight up talks about young women. He disses older women, and then he talks about young women and certain ages that you're just like, no, dude, no, like.
Yeah, that's
freaking crazy.
Yeah, he's kind of gross. So
you guys see the Epstein
that's why
file?
you said top G, and I was like, no.
we need to take that nickname and make it yours and not.
KDL's right. I was G Money in high school. That's
G Money
or G Unit. Remember? Shit.
G Unit.
Remember what's his face? Randy, the pitcher. The really tall
Randy Johnson.
Yeah, him. He was known as the big unit, and I was a pitcher in high school and college. They called me G Unit.
I love that. Was it you did the underhand?
Yeah.
The
softball
fast pitch or whatever?
Yeah.
Can you still do that?
Yeah.
Dude, I want to see this. You got to post a video.
I did. I posted it a while ago. Yeah, you can watch it. It's on my personal IG.
Hey, do you still follow that shit, G?
Softball?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I'm a Volunteers fan. Tennessee.
Oh, hell yeah. And Texas. I like Texas too.
They got a pitcher that's like just broke the record. She's nasty. She's tall, and she just broke the record for like fastest pitch or whatever. But like when you see the math breakdown on that, I don't remember her name because I'm not big into softball. But like she's probably already a multimillionaire just because of NIL. But she's a superstar and. When you see the math breakdown of like the speed, I want to say it was 70 something, but from that distance,
we're like 60 feet or some shit like that.
Well, baseball's 60 feet, softball's 54, 52.
Carlin Pickens.
Yeah,
I thought you guys were
79 miles per hour.
60 feet 6 inches.
Okay,
baseball.
All right, I got my genders wrong.
Softball. 4 or something or 52 but you take a 79 mile an hour pitch from that distance, it's 99 miles an hour. You know what I mean? It's like
crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Crazy, man.
It's cool. I love College World Series, men and women. Like I love watching it. That's my favorite. I'd rather watch that than the pros. Like they're way more fun.
The really cool thing about softball, especially at the high level, D1, World Series shit, the gameplay is so incredibly fast. It's like hockey. Like it's just, everything's so much like more compact. So like, the plays are just bang bang all the time, bang bang plays, like super entertaining.
Well, I just wanted to come on real quick. I wanted to meet Dylan. I've been infatuated with white chocolate for a hot minute. So I just wanted to come in and say hi and
yes,
and blush a little bit, and then ask you guys: are you guys the Royal Rumbles today? No, 2:00. No,
ask Dylan what he thinks of WWE.
Oh man,
we were talking real fights, and Jeremy made a fucking WWE comparison about John Cena getting choked out, and I couldn't give a fuck.
He lost it on me, bro. He lost it. No, but hey, G, I don't know if I told you, but like a couple days ago, a friend of mine invited me to a Royal Rumble party, right? And I was like, I watch WWE with my kids. Like, it's not like something I go somewhere to watch necessarily. You know what I'm saying? But what really is enticing me is they're like, not only are we watching it, but we're dressing up like each character. You know
Oh,
what I'm
that's gonna be
saying? Like,
fire.
so pick a character, and I'm like, well, I mean, who can I be? You know, I'm not gonna be like Brock Lesnar or something, but like, I'm like,
Booker
all
T.
right, Jimmy.
Booker T.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I
Dude,
said Jey
Booker T
Uso.
was my boy, dude. Yeah, Uso is one of the Uso brothers. I'll probably just run. I don't even. Where can I find a grill? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or
you
a
just
wig,
need glasses, and then you just do yeet,
and then get a
That's
cut off T-shirt and just eat
Yep.
it up. Yeah, so I'll probably do that. But yeah, we're gonna. Are you guys gonna watch that?
It's on right now. I think it's gonna be on Netflix at some point, so I'll probably just catch it on Netflix. But I think it's on ESPN or some shit. Like they're making a run out of it, dude.
That's awesome. Is the actual Rumble match going on right now, or is it? Do they have matches before the Rumble?
Oh, there's matches before the Rumble. It'll go on, but it starts at 2. It'll probably be just matches all the way till like 3:15, and then the Rumble.
Okay, so I got a little bit of time.
So you got time. Yeah.
Right.
But all right, Jen, I messed up Jody Lynn's question. I'll let you guys get back to like real fighting. I don't know anything about that. I just know the funny shit.
Thanks for popping on, G.
I'll
Good
go
to
watch.
meet you.
It was really nice to meet you. Thanks, guys.
Good to see you.
Good job with you. Yep, we'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.
Wait. Where did her comment go? I pulled up. Hold on, let me put this back. I pulled up.
Can you hear my rooster?
Well, I did hear something. Is that a rooster? I love it. That's awesome. Any fight news on Jordan Levitt? I pulled him up because the name was like, Jordan Levitt. He is going to fight Saturday, February 21st. Oh my God. Saturday, February 21st, UFC fight night. When Strickland and Hernandez fight, he will be fighting Yair Del Valle. So yeah,
he's been on Sevy's pod a couple of times, like 3 times.
Yeah, and he's exciting. He's an exciting featherweight. He's going places.
And he's super he's like real flamboyant. He's got a Prince flair to him. You know what I mean? Like a little sugar in the tank. But he leans into it. You know what I mean? He really leans into it, and like he's not gay, but he lets people think he is.
Did you ever see Xavier DeRusso? He's pretty popular on Instagram, and he was on Sevy's probably 2 years ago. He's a black dude, very conservative, but wasn't always. You know, was more left leaning and then became conservative. And he was on the podcast on the Saban podcast a couple years ago, and it was a pretty cool interview. And he's blown up now. Xavier DeRusso has blown up, but he is also, and it was funny because I talked to Sevy maybe a couple days after that interview, and I don't know if he said it or I said it, but we're like, man, that guy seems a little flamboyant, doesn't he? Or like closeted. He seems a little closeted. Dude, if you want to do yourself a favor, look up Xavier DeRusso. He
does look little.
Wait till you hear him talk. Now, obviously, no judgment at all, and furthermore, I do agree with a lot of what he says because he's very conservative minded. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he was kind of the closeted where you kind of thought, no, he's not, and then all of a sudden now he's like, yeah, I am 100%, and he is in that.
Oh, he is gay.
Oh,
he like came out and shit.
I
have seen this guy.
Yeah, he's always drinking from the straw, walking, talking, and
I've seen clips.
KDL says we need to find someone to call Dubai chocolate. I just took my kids to Crumble Cookie yesterday, and
I don't think I've ever been called white chocolate.
You got to embrace it, dude. Embrace it. That's a compliment. But they had a Dubai chocolate flavor, and it was good, but not great. So. Anyways,
dude, the Dubai chocolate thing is just like it's just chocolate. Like, I don't.
But it's Dubai chocolate, Dylan. Yeah. It's Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to. Do I have it open still? Let's finish. We'll speed our way through this card. Just a quick preview, and of course, we will review it at some point, but we were on the first main. the first fight of the main card, Jamie Malarkey. I'm sure he got made fun of quite a bit growing up, with a bunch of malarkey up in here. But he is Malarkey is. I like this guy from what I've seen, and I haven't seen a whole lot. But I like this guy in the sense that he seems like an old school fighter. Like he wants to go out and finish a fight, and he wants to put on a good show. It takes him a minute to get going from what I've seen. I think he's skilled, but he does lack the skill to move up in that division. So in other words, he's what I see the hooligan, Jamie the Hooligan Malarkey, being going forward is kind of like that gatekeeper type. Like he'll be around a while. Because he's good enough. He's a good fighter. He's great. You know what I mean? But he's not going to be in the talks of like a top 10, top 15. He might crack the top 15 someday, but he's just going to be on the outside looking in. Whereas I see Quillan.
This guy's nasty.
This guy is incredibly nasty. He's very skilled. He's very raw into the UFC, only 3 fights, but he has won all 3, and 2 of them first round knockouts, including a 19-second TKO. I mean, that's fast. That is fast. That's about how long I last. 19 seconds, done. And so yeah, I'm going to give this one to Quillan, and I'm also going to say it's going to be a first round finish. What do you think? First round finish?
No. Not first round. Jamie Malarkey's tough. He's a bet. He's tough. He's in Australia. I think it'll be a good fight. Second round?
Okay. It's funny they pit 2 Australians together. It's like, who do you cheer for? You know what I mean? Like, typically you don't see that. If it's in Australia, just like the one above it, you're going to see one guy that's from there and then one guy that's from wherever the hell else. And you got 2 Australian guys. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see tonight who the crowd goes for more. But yeah, I'm saying first round. You're saying second. I think either way, it's going to be exciting, and then Quillan will put a stop to it. Speaking of exciting, God, man, if you guys have not seen Bam Bam Tai Tuivasa fight, you need to see Tai fight. Unfortunately, our boy is on a 3-fight losing streak. Although he is losing to some five fight. Jesus Lord. Sorry, going back 4 years now almost.
Yeah, thanks, KDL.
He's lost to
KDL says thank God we have willing to set Jeremy straight. Let him know.
What would this show be without Dylan? He's fought. You lose to Cyril Gane, title contender. Pavlovich, title contender. Volkov, title contender. Taburo, has he fought for a belt? Or come close to it?
No.
But still, a great fighter. And then Rosenstruck, another great. So he's not going out there losing to just Joe Schmo. He's losing,
He was number 10.
Rosenstruck.
Rosenstruck was number 12. It was a really boring fight. That was in Australia as well, that fight, actually.
Yeah.
And the last time he fought was
which I was just going to say, it's been a year and a half since we've seen Tai fight.
An incredibly boring, terrible fight in Australia. And so hopefully this is not the same result. I need Tai to win. I love Tuivasa.
I'm with you. I really need to see him win. I would say the problem is, Teixeira isn't a slouch. However, he's one of those guys. This is why I think this fight might be the fight of the night. Because first of all, heavyweight fights, unless they go 3 rounds, they tend to be boring if they go too long because the guys are like, they're tired, the majority of the time. But you see a guy in Tai Tuivasa, he doesn't mince around. He's throwing leg kicks. He's trying to destroy you. He's throwing overhands. He's going at it. He wants to finish. And Teixeira, as you can see, at least in the UFC, is the same way. He's either going to knock you out in 35 seconds or try to knock you out in 35 seconds, or he's going to get knocked out in 35 seconds. Now, the problem with Teixeira is he doesn't have a whole lot of experience, right? Tai has an insane amount of experience. And you just recently lost to Lewis, who we just showed you an hour ago is kind of washed. So when you take that into account, that recently in the last 6 months, you lost to a guy who's on the downside of his career. You have a veteran in Tai Tuivasa. You are also inches taller than Tai. Tai is an incredible leg kicker. This is going to be Tai chopping down the Teixeira tree, and Teixeira is not going to be able to withstand the leg for too long, and that's going to open him up to getting KO'd. Was that a good breakdown of what's going to happen in that fight, or do you see it happening differently?
I don't have much to break down here. Someone's going to sleep. It's going to be in the first round, and I think it's going to be Tai. But
you think so? Your heart is with Tai to win, but your mind is like,
no,
lose 5 in a row.
I think Tai's getting the knockout.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Tai's going to get knocked out. My bad. I misinterpreted what you said.
I don't think he's going to wait. He wasted too much time with Volkov, taller fighter, And I just think with everything on the line and being in Australia, I think he's going to go in there like fuck it, and the bigger guy's not going to be able to navigate that. Although he is a pretty athletic, really tall guy, but he is. When the shorter guy gets in on a tall guy that's got a ton of power, it's in this unique situation, I think he's going to clip him, and I don't think Teixeira's going to be able to get away.
I'm with you. Now, here's a question for you. This is you lose. I know Tai Tuivasa is a big name, and he's had success before he started losing, but you've lost 5 in a row. Is it because of his past experience that he's still in the top 15, or does that show how pitiful at the moment the heavyweight division is? Because you've lost 5 fights in a row and you are still in the top 15.
You're usually cut after a 3-fight skid. It just depends on who you are, what your ranking is, to your point, maybe not pitiful the heavyweight rankings are, but it's got no depth. It's so hard to find big guys who fight. And so, you kind of just keep him on the roster because he's super entertaining. He's a top 10 guy, fucking, well, not anymore, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And he puts butts in seats. So, and he's excited. His first round, it's typically 1 round. You know what I mean? It's like, it's worth keeping him. Hell, they kept Tony Ferguson for a 7-fight skid.
They did. Michael Chandler for like a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Skid.
So, it just depends on who you are, but it is part of the depth issue. What you take away Tai, like you kick off Tai, like what you need him.
I totally agree with you, 100%. Rafael Fiziev and Mauricio Huffy. Say again.
Fiziev.
I don't know. I've heard it said both ways. I've heard it said 10 different ways, but we'll go with Rafael, which was my name that I picked out in high school when I was in Spanish, and they said you can pick out a name. I was like, Rafael. Let's go. Anyways,
like the Ninja Turtle.
Duh.
You look like more of a Donatello to me.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Like I'm a
nerd. But I think it's racist. I don't
know. Oh, well played, sir. Well played. That was good. I'm Rafael, and that's what you have to call me from now on. Anyway, no. This fight is, I think these 2 fights we're gonna see. I'll say heavy. Tai will have the knockout of the night. And that he'll have the TKO of the night, and then this might be the fight of the night. And I know we still have 2 more fights, but these guys, Huffy, I'm gonna give Rafael the win. I think Rafael will outlast him for 3 rounds. I don't see it being a knockout or anything like that. I'm not opposed to it, But I think Rafael is definitely more experienced. He has fought some savages in that division. And Huffy is more of a flashy kind of guy. He likes to do the Anthony Pettis kick stuff. And I'm not taking anything away from him, but I think he's going to get carried. I see him getting carried away in that type of a fight and not, and Rafael is just going to, he won't get caught up in that. You'll see like a roundhouse Huffy kick, and Rafael will see it coming, avoid it, and then, all right, I'm taking out a leg and I'm taking you down and gaining some dominant position. So that's how I see this fight going. I think it'll be a great 3 rounds, but I think Rafael will walk away the victor.
These two are, man, if you're to tune into any of these fights for like seeing the highest expression of striking, it would be this one. Like these two are some of the best strikers on planet Earth. It's gonna be a wildly technical fight. So I think it's Rafael always brings the volume. He brings the heat. He brings a lot to the table. Huffy he's gonna be throwing wheel kicks in like galore. Like a lot of spinning shit coming from Huffy. A lot of spinning elbows, spinning back fists, wheel kicks, things like that. Whereas we're going to see a lot more round kicks and stuff up the middle from Rafael. But it's going to be a crazy technical, high-level kickboxing match. I'm excited to see it for the if you're just a purist of the sport, this is the greatest expression of it right here. And I don't think they're going to spend a second on the ground.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if this lands on the ground for an extended period of time.
I would be surprised if there's a finish. The only finish that I could see is like a wheel kick knockout. But I think Rafael's just too privy to it. Like, I don't know that he's going to get caught with it.
Yep.
So I just see it being an extraordinarily technical fight, and it's going to be a split decision. And I got it for Rafael. I think he's going to do a little bit more.
Well said, sir. If you guys want to hype yourselves up, we're running out of time here, but otherwise I'd pull it up. Is watch their square off. It was like yesterday or the day before, their face off. Rafael just what he's saying about last week we previewed UFC 324, and we talked about Rose and just like, I'm the best, like that self-talk. His was really, really cool. He
had a whole speech.
Dude, it was sick. So if you guys want to hype yourselves up, go check that out. Moving along, I can make this very quick, or we can break it down in detail. Benoit Santani is this is taking nothing away from Dan Hooker. He's a great fighter, but Benoit Santani might hold the belt in the lightweight division. If not this year, then into next year. I think this guy's trajectory, he's very big for the division. His grappling and striking, we've seen he's got unbelievable knockout power, but his grappling, what he did to Beneil Dariush, who's a wily veteran in the first round last year, was unbelievable. And that just scratched the surface to me of who he is, what he's capable of. I think he is upward trajectory. I think Dan Hooker is kind of on an upward trajectory, but it's much smaller. Whereas Santani is just like, this guy is the real deal. And I do see this one I'll give it a round and a half, and Santani puts the lights out on Dan Hooker.
I agree. I got really nothing to add to that other than like you see the struggle that he had against Mateusz Gamrot, Hooker did, and it's the same style of fighter, but which he won, but he struggled, and it's the same style of fighter, and Saint Denis is like a upgraded version of it. Yep. So maybe 2 upgrades. You know what I mean? Like it's a different dog. Like so, I agree. I think Hooker's gonna put on a fucking performance. He's gonna. You saw he got nullified by Armin, and Armin's phenomenal.
Yeah, Armin's just Armin. Yeah,
he got fucking ran through, and he couldn't do anything about it. And I think that Benoit's control on the ground and wrestling is close enough to Armin and his presence and his aggressive forward just fucking I'm gonna grab you and maul you. He has that, and I don't think Hooker is gonna be able to keep him off of him long. So yeah, I'd say second round finish by Saint Denis.
For sure. And if you watch this fight, when Saint Denis wins, listen to what he says after the fight. Or maybe he doesn't say exactly what he's said in the past. Go before the fight, go look back at Saint Denis' last 2 fights, or just look back at his win over Beneil Dariush. He's a really cool dude because what he does is he keeps it real, and he says how much he loves America. He's a former French military guy on a high level, and he's like, I respect all the U.S. that I served with, and blah blah blah. He's a really stand-up, cool dude. So I mean, real easy to pick in favor of a guy like that. So yeah, we both got that one. And then finally, we made it, guys. We made it to what I think will be, man, I have been going so many ways back and forth on this fight. We saw them fight last year. Very early last year. We saw Diego Lopes, I don't want to say come out of nowhere, but he was relatively more unknown. We knew who he was, but he put up an amazing fight against one of the all-time greats in Alexander the Great Volkanovski. I knew it. I was waiting for this right here. I was trying to word it so no one would call me on in it. So many ways. I said I've been going so many ways on this fight, and G's calling me out. Shut up, G. Going both ways. Jeez, the ways. What are you, 30 or something? But Lopez put up an unbelievable fight, and then backed it up by TKOing Jean Lord Silva mid-late last year. Alexander is going to have another. I mean, there's a couple rounds that you got to give Diego in their last fight. Diego never, ever stopped coming, not even until the end of the fight. He's still coming. Pause. But you're going to be Alexander. You're going to have to be perfect. You're going to have to be perfect because Diego Lopes got a taste of success against you, the best in the division. He got a taste of success. He felt what it was like to be at times the better fighter in that fight. You're going to have to be perfect. And I hate that I'm saying this because Alexander is one of my all-time favorites. I don't think that Alexander is going to be perfect against Diego. I think Diego is going to catch him somewhere in the 3rd round, and he's going to put him to sleep, and we're going to have a new featherweight champ. I feel crazy saying that, but can you be perfect against a guy twice?
If anybody can, it's Volk. But
yeah,
I'll say this. I rewatched that fight, and it wasn't even fucking close. And I had a memory that was false, or when I watched it, it was just so late and exciting, and you're perceiving it very differently in real time, and so I watched it back, and Volk fucking worked him. Volk was fucking working Diego Lopes. I mean, it wasn't even close.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But here's the thing. He got clipped. And a couple of times in a couple of different rounds. Yeah. But Volk cracked Diego. We got to remember that. Volk fucking smoked Diego a few times.
He did.
Had him on skates. Really fucking dominating the wrestling, top control, all kinds of things. I mean, he looked phenomenal. And I was thinking back going, what the fuck fight did I watch? Because I remember it being really close. But maybe it was just the the like, oh, you got to stay sharp, Volk, and he did get dropped early, so then it was just like and it was like more chaotic.
Combined with the fact that Lopez, before that, we knew who he was, but he wasn't like I think most of us looked at Volk just dominating him all 5 rounds, and when that wasn't happening, then we were like, oh wait, this kid is pretty good,
He did dominate him. It's just
I'm gonna have to rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch that.
I'm telling you, it wasn't even close. It was such a good, phenomenal performance by Volk. He looked super sharp. He looked crazy fast. His timing was impeccable, but he got clipped, and that's what I'm worried about. Where I go, okay, he looked phenomenal and ran away with the win, but Volk has only gotten older. And Lopez has only gotten more experience and better. So, I'm like, I don't think Lopez has the...
But can't you say that for Diego? He's gotten better too?
That's what I just said. I said, here's the thing.
Oh, I thought you said
Volk
Alexander.
Volk's not going to get better. Like, he's already...
Right.
He's only going to go down, if anything, and which is age, right? And so...
Yeah.
He's only gotten older, whereas Diego Lopez has only gotten more experience and better. So if he clipped him in the first, had some success in the first fight, I worry for, Volk's ability to really recover fast enough to avoid a TKO. You know what I mean?
Right. Which gets harder as you age.
Yeah, exactly.
Faster.
Yeah, so I think it's more likely a TKO happens this time, just given the last experience. But I think Volk's still going to look fast. I think his footwork's it's so much better than Diego's. But man, Diego hits like a fucking truck. So I'd like to call Volk by decision again, but I agree. Unfortunately, I hate it, but
I know
I can see a TKO. I feel the TKO,
for sure.
And what better way to go out on your shield
in
Australia and retire and hang him up, Yeah.
So one of the best of all time, maybe top 10. Some would even argue top 5 all time fighters. Especially pound for pound. So We'll see. I think it's going to be an amazing night of fights. We were spoiled last week. We're spoiled a week later. We typically don't get this. We typically don't get 2 back-to-back pay-per-view fights. But yeah, man, this is going to be really cool. I'm very excited. We'll see if I do a watch along. I think we're going to go to this WWE party. Dylan's going to come with. He's going to be Goldust. He's going to dress up as Goldust. And anyways, I'm trying to think before we wrap it up. Is there anything else? There's a lot of political things we could talk about. Maybe we'll do an impromptu episode of some political stuff one of these days. If you haven't been tuning in Tuesday nights, they've been very entertaining political shows, diving into deep issues with Brianna and Pat Lang, myself and G. So tune in for those, but maybe Dylan and I will steal a page out of that book and talk about some stuff. CrossFit Space, we know the CrossFit Open is coming. If you haven't registered yet, go ahead and do it. Looks like the numbers are still doing way better than they were last year, which is just awesome to see. There's cool stuff that the what are they called? The Boys Interrupted, Dallin, James, Justin, and Jason, they went to the ranch. They did some awesome stuff there. Go check that out on the Games page, the Games YouTube page. They went to Alaska, did some cool stuff there. Check that out. There's a lot of cool things happening, even though, it seems like we're kind of like still leaderless in many ways in the CrossFit space. Hopefully that gets rectified soon, but there's still really cool things happening. And then finally, Glinton's will be back today at 3:05 my time, Central Standard Time, so 4:05 their time with, dang it, I just had it up. They will be back with Tom Miazga, who is an adaptive athlete, so that should be a really cool interview. That is today at 4:05. And then Savan's live tonight at 7 Central, I think, with Taylor again to go over, they rebranded it
the Patriot
conservative.
Show
It was that, and then like last night they changed it to the something conservative something. It like the helpless conservative, the freaking. Let's see, can I find it here? They changed it to. I guess I won't can find it. It was the American Patriot. But anyways, they'll be live tonight. And with that, I will stop rambling. I do that plenty enough. Thank you guys, Jody, KDL, G. Love seeing you hop on. Who else was here? Joseph was here for a minute. CrossFit was here for a minute until I started talking. It seemed like. Thanks for bearing with us. There it is. Thank you, G. The oppressed conservative. they changed it to the that's fantastic. So tune in for that. But thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully we'll get these technical difficulties figured out. And by technical difficulties, I mean just ineptitude on my part to know what the hell I'm doing. So I'll get that figured out one of these days. But yeah, you guys have an awesome rest of your Saturday and weekend, and we will see you back sometime next week to review this card, and we'll go from there. So, all right, guys. Dylan, love you, dude. See you guys later.
All right. Peace. Thanks, everybody.